Hi, welcome to WFX. We're live from Charlotte, and thank you guys for taking time to sit in on a conversation I'm going to have for just a few moments with Rick Bezet, and he is Rick_Bezet on Twitter, and then with Dino Rizzo, who is just at Dino Rizzo on Twitter. So if you're doing that, and hashtag is WFX if you would like to tweet out. So listen guys, thanks for spending the last couple days with us. Rick, you spoke yesterday, Dino this morning, and if you will, just recap for me some of the points of what you shared in what you've learned. You guys have both done buildings or in building projects, multi-site, growing churches. Tell me some of these lessons that you're learning that you shared with the attendees.
In regards to building buildings and things like
Yes.
that? Well, I mean, it's obvious to me that you have to be good at sharing vision. A lot of pastors have vision, but when they get in front of the people, they don't necessarily know how to articulate it. And so I had to learn that. I felt like that when it came time to share vision, I was falling short on getting people to follow it. So I went out and started studying people that were good at it, and we figured that out, and it changed everything for us. Because if you're gonna reach a lot of people and you're gonna build buildings, somebody's got to show up. And I can tell
That's
you
a good
right
idea.
now, you're going to have to be able to share the vision where they want it.
All right, so what you're saying, if I can recap, is build a building that somebody would show up at.
Yes.
Okay,
Like
all right,
that.
all right, thanks.
He's on. We got
Sorry.
the right guy
All right.
interviewing us today.
All right, good, good. I don't want to. Thanks for putting the cookies on
cool.
the bottom shelf.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
All right.
that's good.
And what about you?
Well, I mean, it's just continuing to share about values. I think it's real important as we communicate our values, vision and values. Of course, what Rick talked about, and you've got to be able to tell the story of what you feel like God's called you to do, and then to be able to share those values around it so you can get it accomplished. Whether it is the idea of a new construction or the idea of going to a multi-site, or just kind of saying, hey, let's do something different around here, and let's give this a facelift. Let's reinvent the way we're sharing the gospel, whether it's through social media or through all the different ways of technology. It's getting down to why are we doing this? What's the end result? I mean, one of the things I've loved about walking around here and being able to be in this really cool environment with WFX is you see all these amazing ways to reach people, and the innovation and the breakthrough in technology, just things about facilities. But the end result of all that is a marriage being restored. It's someone that's fighting addiction that finds freedom. It's someone coming to Christ. It's healthy communities being established. And I think in all this, it's the value of that. So it's been a neat couple days for us to be a part of.
And you said something this morning, if I remember right, about preparing that place where people can come to and be there. Talk about that, because what it is, it's taking all these things, all these ingredients, and putting it together.
Yeah.
Not just like the cake, individual ingredients, but when you put them all together, tell me about that place that gets created.
Well, I like the warm-up band too. That's it.
Yeah,
Kind
you
of
like
helps
it?
us
Okay.
get it going.
Yeah.
But it is that idea of being able to, But anyway, but it's creating a place that says you're home. You matter. This is a place where you belong.
Yeah.
And I think you have to realize that people are walking in for the first time. They're walking out of some tough stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So you want people to feel like they belong. I think there's a lot of ways we can do that in the pre-moments as well as during the service. So
No doubt.
definitely a heart that our volunteers, and that boils down to people that meet them at doors and see them in hallways, that want them to know, hey, we're glad you're here. We've been waiting on you all week long.
It's not a bad idea to talk with people who visit your church for the first time.
That's true.
Because they're intimidated. They don't know what you're about. They don't know where the kids go. They don't know where the bathrooms are. They don't know if you're a cult. They don't know if you're going to point them out. And so always tweaking on things that churches are doing, things that you need to start doing to make a person more comfortable so you don't lose them before they ever sit in a chair.
That's good.
And so one of the things that I do that helps me is I always try to find somebody that looks like they're having a bad day before I go up and speak, and I think about that person while I'm speaking.
Yeah.
The one. I learned that from Dino. He thinks about the one.
So tell me about, your Father Teresa. Is this the reputation
Nope,
that you
He
have?
doesn't like the name,
No,
but it is the name.
Yes, no, a very, very wonderful heart. So tell me, guys, give me just real quick, and then I want to share some of the stuff that's going on with you guys. A pleasure or a pain about the building process, or you can trade off, whatever. Pleasure or pain of the building process.
It's easy for me to figure out the pain. Is that when you're doing a building process, you're not doing your vision that you actually came to do. It gets in the way. I mean, you have to do it, but you're thinking about getting in that place. All your energy is getting in that building. And you don't know when you finally get in, you get to start doing vision again. And I'm going to tell you, vision is so much better than a building. So you got to remember that you get to do your vision better because of the building, but the building is not your vision.
Yeah, that's a good word to hold on to through the process.
That's true. That's good. Yeah, I mean, we're in the middle of, we move in a new facility on February the 7th. And so it is, there's been days that it's been a pleasure because you know the result, what's going to take place. We're going to open up those doors for others. But then there's been days that it's painful because you feel you're accountable to God. You feel like that you want to be pleasing to Him. You're helping to steward the resources that He's entrusted. You're wanting to do your best for people. So I would say it's pleasure and pain, but it is the idea is that, hey, we're going to open up this so we can do more vision. I love that whole thought. But definitely for us, it's been a both way experience. But we know that those doors will open, and we're going to open them up to a whole lot more people.
Yeah, and kind of to transition with that is I know that you have a great story. It seems like a long story, the long building process, but it's a great story that gets told because of you being so close to Katrina and all that went on. But I think that's a great segue to say, I want you to tell me about and tell everybody about your book Servolution, because I've read it, I love it.
Oh,
it's for today, it's for now, and so if you will, tell us about that.
Well, it's been a cool opportunity to tell the story of really it's a book about people that have a heart to serve, people that have a heart for others, and it's really a story about our church and just a lot of the amazing people that make up Healing Place. But I believe it's a model, and it is scaled where it can fit into a life group, a small setting, no matter what the situation is. I have a lot of people tell me, hey, we'd really like to serve our community, but we don't have the resources, we don't have the tools. And we tell our story that in the beginning there were no tools or there were no resources. So we feel like it's a great resource to help the body of Christ, and we are shameless about, we want to get it into every hand we can, because we feel like it can help the local church, it can help reaching out to people, especially the next generation, serving our community, making a difference where God's planted us. So we're thrilled about Servolution in the future.
What I like about Servolution, it wasn't just an idea yet. It's what they were doing every day for years.
It's the real story.
And I've seen them do it. I've done it with them. And I couldn't wait for him to write it, because we could not get him to share with us. He wouldn't sit down long enough to be able to share with us how to love a city.
Yeah.
And then one day he wrote the book and was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Now we know how.
And one of the coolest things that I've heard about what's happened with this book is it was taken on by a college. Is this right?
Yeah, just did some.
Teach?
Yeah, they're actually developing a course in the Bible school, and we believe it's going to be able to be overlaid in some other settings, some other like educational, higher educational settings, where it's a course on serving and loving the city. Rick said it well, so it's neat to be a part of that and be a part of, and tell that story, whether it's to our churches or other churches that we're connected to. A setting like this, it's just neat to be able to lift up the name of Jesus through serving and all the neat opportunities.
And I can say that I know people and hang on a weekly basis with people that have attended your church. And what I like about your church also, I've never been to it, but what I know is it's called Healing Place, and I know healing stories that have taken place there.
I hope so.
And I know a lot of churches that have names that sometimes don't match, but I like that it is what it is. It is what it says it is. And I think God honors that. Now, I would like for you to give me an awesome shameless plug on this thing coming up called the Dirt Conference.
Come on, the dirt, baby, the dirt, the dirt.
It is.
We're going to be there, baby. We're going to be there.
We're going to be there, and frankly, I'm excited about it because of the people that are coming in. 40 to 50 people, some of the sharpest minds out there in the creative departments, and they're coming in to share how they do what they do and how they can do it with a dirt cheap budget. And in fact, these guys, I have found out that when they come in, they're actually going to give the people that are attending their phone numbers and their contact information. So the Dirt Conference is going to start, and then it's not going to end. We believe the relationships are going to continue forever. And if you want more information about it, you can go to dirtconference.com, or I can give you the director over the whole thing, and let's just blow his phone up. His name is Neil Greathouse.
What a name.
He's running this thing. He's one of the sharpest guys that I know in this thing. And you can text him right now, and I'm begging you to do it even if you don't want to go. And his number is 330-307-8697. That's 330-307-8697. Neil Greathouse. Do it.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Hey, listen, have fun, and please send a text to Neil because I'm looking forward to that story. And thank you, Dino Rizzo. Thank you, Rick Bezet. And if you guys will, just send out, retweet about this, and I hope that you enjoy this. Thanks for joining us at WFX Live from Charlotte. We're out.